today I'm going to be doing my September favorites. Sorry for my voice, I'm kind of getting over like a sore throat and stuff at the moment, so I sound like really gross and everything, but please excuse that. So like I said, I'm going to talk about my favorite things of September. Again, another month that I really don't have a whole lot of new makeup products, but like just in general I have a lot of favorites like music, TV shows, podcasts and things like that. So yeah, I will get started and share with you guys all of the things that have been my favorite for the month of September. So the first product is actually something that I kind of, hesitate to necessarily call a favorite, but it's a product I have been using the entire month, and it is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage that I got from one of my BoxyCharm boxes. I had mentioned like in that video that I really didn't care for this product very much and I didn't really think it was super necessary, but I found myself using it all month. Basically it's just like an eye depuffing kind of gel that you apply, and it's supposed to kind of like tighten your under eyes and things like that. And so I've been using this all month, and to be honest, the very first time I used it I could feel like a noticeable difference. I feel like the more I use it, the less like I can really truly feel the like tightening effect, but I still like to use it every day, and I just really kind of wanted to like really use up the product because I had it and not let it go to waste. So yeah, this is like a really expensive product. I think it's like $42 or something. Like I said, mine came in my BoxyCharm, so I don't really think I would like buy this again, but I have been using this like every time I do my makeup this month. I like to apply it under my eyes, and then I also do a little bit of it on like kind of a, what are these called, laugh lines or something. I do a little bit of it there just to try to like kind of keep that from creasing as much, and I feel like it's helped a little bit and stuff, so I definitely think I'll be continuing using this. So kind of like not necessarily like, oh, this is a favorite, I love this, I have to have this in my life, but more of just kind of like what I've been using this month. So that is the first product. My next favorite is actually a product I've shown a million times before, but I've gone back to it this month, and it's my BH Cosmetics Brow Studio Pomade, whatever it's called. Before I had been using the Bang Beauty Chocolate Eyeliner as like a brow pomade. That was another product that I got from my BoxyCharm, and I really liked that one because it was really good for when my hair was red, because it had a little bit more warmth to it. This one's a little bit more cool toned, a little bit more ashy, and it didn't really like work with my current hair. But now that most of the red hair has faded from my hair, I mean, I still got a little bit of it left, but now that most of it's gone, I find that color is just too warm and too dark for me now. So I went back to the BH Cosmetics one, and yeah, so that's what I've been using this month as well. My next favorite is a lipstick product. This is the NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color French Kiss. That's what I'm wearing today. I've been wearing this one all month as well, just because I really like the color of this one. It's very like close to my lip color without being too like extra or anything, so it's just kind of one of those really nice colors that I really like. I think these are probably around maybe like $5 or $6 a piece, so I definitely really like this one, and I've been really trying to get into using a lot more of my makeup products and stuff. Sometimes I just have so much I forget about really good products I have in my collection, so I pulled this one out and I have been using it the entire month. So as far as all my makeup products, that's pretty much it for what I have. Usually I would talk about like all my other favorites like TV shows, media, podcasts and stuff, but I'm gonna save that to the end because I'm going to quickly do my palette update, since that's the only other makeup item that I have for this video. So as you guys know, I've been doing a one palette makeup challenge for every month of this year, and this month was the Revealed palette from Coastal Scents, and this is what it looks like. It's very reminiscent of Urban Decay like original, and also the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. So that has been the palette that I have been using, and I really like this palette. I think it's like really good for the price. You get a lot of different colors in here. The only thing I didn't really love as much was that there weren't enough mattes. Like there are I think like what, 20 shades in here. Out of the 20 shades, there are only 5 true mattes. So there's like this color here, these two here, this one, and then the black, which I really like the range of it, but I feel like these 3 colors are very similar for matte, so I wish there was like one slightly darker kind of brown, and then the rest are all different types of shimmers. I feel like this palette's probably around 20 bucks, but sometimes they usually have sales and stuff, so it's a little bit less than that. As far as using it for this month, these colors are really colors that speak to me. I love these types of like, kind of cool neutral, kind of nudie kind of colors. I find that they suit me the best, and they're just colors I like to use. So I really enjoyed using this palette. But with that being said, I was really honestly planning on keeping this palette until I got my BoxyCharm box. The Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette came in that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's very similar types of color stories, you know, very cool neutrals. You got a couple shimmers, but what I really liked about this palette is that there are so many more matte colors. You really do get that deep dark matte color. You get that light one. You get some like transitional colors in here as well. So I was like really on the fence of whether I wanted to keep the revealed palette or not. I do like the Pretty Vulgar one a lot more because there are more matte shadows. I just find them to be much more versatile and stuff. You can get much more looks out of it in my opinion, because what I found was the issue with this palette was that I didn't really have a whole bunch of matte colors to really like, I don't know, change up the looks, because a lot of these colors, they're all very different, but overall they're, you know, all kind of going to look similar on the lid. Like these two are going to look very similar, you know, these two are going to look similar, these two right here are going to look similar, these two are similar, these are a little bit different, but you know, very subtle color differences between here with all the different shimmer colors. So I mean, there's a lot of good options for shimmer, but I just found that overall I kind of preferred a few more mattes. That way I could really do more with those shimmers. But as far as the quality of these shadows, I really like them because they are so inexpensive, but they really do have some really nice color payoff to them. I don't think that they're the longest lasting shadows, however, because they do kind of, you know, at the end of the night they'll kind of fade a little bit, but whenever I'm applying these I find that they work really well. I definitely like to apply the shimmers with a brush, and then I'll pat a little bit on top with just my finger, and I find that does a really good job at really like amping up that shimmer kind of look if you really like those super shimmery eyes. But I'm kind of thinking like, is it necessary for me to keep both of them? So honestly, I'm still really on the fence on this one. If I hadn't gotten this palette, I feel like I would 100% keep this one. But now that I have it, I'm kind of like, do I really need both? And really quickly, the next palette that I'm going to be using for the month of October. So this is one that I think I got gifted for Christmas maybe a couple years ago. This is the Sephora More Than Meets the Eye palette. It looks like this. You know, Sephora always does these little gift palettes. I don't really think they're truly that unique. There are a few kind of like pops of colors in here, like this kind of row. You get a whole bunch of like jewel tone colors. You've got a lot of good like neutral, kind of on the cool tones. You got like a really pretty pop of green here. So I think as far as color wise, there's going to be a lot I could do with this palette. I really truly, I don't think I've used this palette more than like once or twice, and I've had it for like a couple years now. So this will be the palette for the month of October, and we will see what I think about it in my next update video. So going back to my favorites now, I'm going to talk about all the things I have been loving in TV shows and music and just everything like that. Anything that is just not beauty related. So the first favorite of mine is actually a pair of shoes, and I have shown these before if you guys saw my first vlog. So these are what they look like. I love these so much. I got these from Boohoo. I think they were about $30. That might have been the sale price. I can't remember. But I really love these. They're so cute. I love these like white strappy platform kind of shoes. I got these to wear to the BTS concert, which I had such an amazing time, which is another favorite of mine, which I'll talk more about in just a minute. But I ended up getting these shoes to wear to that. But I really loved the way these looked. I thought they were so cute. I love them so much. I actually ended up buying the same pair in black, and those are going to be coming sometime this week. So I really like these shoes. I think they're so cute. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to like shoes or anything. I literally wear probably like the same 3 pairs of shoes until they fall apart, and they were extremely comfortable as well. Like they've kind of got those like platform to it, but like the actual rise of it is not very much at all, so it's like super comfortable. And yeah, I really like these. So my next favorite was of course the BTS concert in Fort Worth. I went to the Sunday show on the 16th of September. It was so amazing. It was like one of the best like concerts. Actually no, it was the best concert I've ever been to. It was also the first concert I'd been to in like 6 years, so it was just absolutely amazing. If you guys want to see more of what I thought about that concert, I have a whole like vlog dedicated to that. It's actually the very first like vlog I've ever done. So yeah, most of that is like concert video and stuff, so it's a little bit of a longer video. I think it's like 47 minutes or something. But yeah, so if you want to see more of what I thought about the concert, definitely check out that video. be prepared for a lot of fangirling and screaming and like really bad singing, but I had so much fun. So that was probably like the highlight of not only the month, not only the year, but like probably the highlight of my life. So another thing I've been loving as far as TV shows, I guess it kind of counts as a TV show, but speaking of BTS, their Bon Voyage season 3 has come back and I'm loving that so much. I've been like rewatching some dramas and stuff with my mom and stuff. I just finished like Boys Over Flowers for like the 3rd time now, so I just finished watching that, but I started watching, I never watched it when it was like first coming out, but like the Produce 101 like shows, they had like 2 seasons of that, and then they had like Produce 48, which I think just ended like maybe a month or 2 ago, and I'm actually watching that right now, and I thought it was really interesting, especially since I didn't watch the first 2 seasons and stuff. It's kind of like, you know, making a Korean pop group and stuff. So I still haven't finished Produce 48 yet, but that one was very interesting because it was like half Korean trainees and then like half like Japanese like idols, I guess, like people who have already been, you know, kind of like celebrities in Japan. So it was definitely a really weird kind of thing because I felt like it was very unbalanced and stuff. But anyway, I've been watching that one. I still have a few episodes more to watch, and I know it's like really old news, but yeah, so I've been watching that and I really like it. And as far as podcasts, I have been, of course, listening to My Favorite Murder again. You know, I love that one, and now I have to like listen to it in real time and like wait for the episodes to come out, but I still love that one. I actually started listening to Dr. Death. That's one that came out this month, and it's from the same people that did the Dirty John podcast. So a little bit about Dr. Death. It's like this doctor who like, I think he like botched and like killed people and stuff. I think it was probably up to like 33 cases of people that he either killed or like paralyzed and stuff. So it's like kind of a really terrifying podcast if you have any like medical anxiety and stuff like that, or if like you're about to like have a surgery, definitely don't listen to it. But if you're interested in those kind of really creepy podcasts about like crime and stuff, especially like medical stuff, oh my god, it's like terrifying at like this guy. I have like 1 episode more to listen to, but that one was really good. There's only like 6 episodes, so it's more of a shorter podcast. I listened to all in like 1 day. And then after I listened to that, I wanted something more, and so on the same exact day, I listened to the Dirty John podcast, which that one came out, you know, quite a while ago. I think it came out about this time last year. That podcast, to be honest, really kind of frustrated me. It's basically kind of like about this mom who like goes on a blind date or something and like meets this doctor guy, and he ends up just not being exactly who he claims he is. The mother had been like divorced like 4 other times and things, so she's like trying to find love, but then like all her, you know, adult children are like really kind of like, hey, this guy does not seem like who you think he is. And it was one of those podcasts that really kind of frustrated me because I'm like, wow, I don't know if they are kind of like editing this in a way to make the mom kind of like seem extremely naive, or if that's really kind of how she is. But again, that one's kind of a really interesting podcast if you want like something quick to listen to. Again, I think that one might have only had about 6 episodes as well, and yeah, it was really dramatic in the end. But it's one of those things where I'm like, oh my god, how can this mother like keep going back to this guy and things. I'm sure if you know the podcast, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it was definitely a really quick, interesting one to listen to. As far as other podcasts I've been listening to, the Up and Vanished one came back. I'm still kind of like not quite into this season yet. I guess because I just really loved the first season. But yeah, so I've been listening to that as it comes out, and then the Serial podcast has also come back. I listened to like 1 episode, but I fell asleep, so I kind of got to like re-listen to that and catch up and like, you know, listen to that one as well. But so I think those are pretty much all the podcasts I've been listening to. But I think that's pretty much it. Just, you know, like started a new job and stuff and just trying to like, you know, balance my time and stuff. But yeah, so I've got a lot of really interesting videos coming up, a lot more reviews and things that I think that you guys will be interested in. Yeah, so stay tuned for all those videos coming up very soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.